Good morning, YouTube. How's it going? So, we got a little bit of a storm last night. It rained last night, finally, and it really cooled things off. Like, it quickly went from dark but still hot as hell outside, and I was keenly aware of how hot it was outside because I had 3 deliveries back to back where I'm carrying hot bag of pizza and having to play find the apartment on foot. And by the time I got back in the car all 3 times, I was just like drained from it. So it's 7:29 a.m. Yeah, I'm running a little late to work, but I know I can get there on time, so I'm not stressing it. It's Thursday, July 27th, 2023. And I'm just looking at the forecast because I was wondering how much that storm last night was going to change the forecast for today. Yeah, we're still expecting 116 today, 115 tomorrow, 116 the following day. So probably all that's changed. It's probably going to be humid and muggy. So I'm going to be like up in a sauna today. So, so much for any break in the intense heat. Although it's only 91 right now. And that's a lot cooler than it had. That's a lot cooler than it has been when I've been heading out to work in the morning. I didn't put the sunshade up, didn't think I would need it, and I was right. It's nice and comfy in the car, and the air conditioning just coming right on when I turn it on, so that's good. I did have an issue yesterday with the car twice, and it's some kind of weird electrical issue, and I'm really nervous about it because it's extremely reminiscent of how my Lexus died. And Rob has straight up told me he's given up on the Lexus, which is not good. I certainly had plans for the Lexus, although I'm trying to remember what summer it was I drove it last. And I'm thinking 2018. Anyway, the summer that I drove it last, my plans for the Lexus were to just flip it kind of cheap. Flip it kind of cheap the following October, once it was no longer car air conditioner on all the time weather. So, what am I doing with the Lexus now? Absolutely not a goddamn thing. I haven't even seen the thing in years, which I should talk to Rob about it because it's got one of my nicest turntables sitting in it. At least it better still have one of my nicest turntables sitting in it that I had somebody work on. I took it to a shop and worked on it, and I never got the thing home to see how the repairs worked out. I know I wasn't very happy with the way the repairs looked. He wasn't able to repair it kind of how I wanted it. Like, he basically kind of jerry-rigged it, but anyway. But yeah, hopefully that Sansui turntable's in there. I mean, by the time I got that Sansui worked on, it seems like that was around the same time. I think I want to go straight. I think that was around the same time I got my current cartridge, which at that time was a new cartridge, for my Sony turntable. And once I changed that out, I just was so absolutely in love with that Sony turntable, I wasn't even interested in swapping it out for the Sansui. And on the subject of things that I'm in love with that I'm thinking about swapping out, yeah, nothing between me and Priscilla lately other than occasional text messages. She did actually, not last night, but the night before, say I could come over to her place when I got off work, but there was a time that would have been a really promising thing. That would have been everything. That would have been like, oh, nice. And I would have known that entailed. I would have known what that entailed, and that would have entailed just some absolutely earth-shaking lovemaking and all-night adult kind of naked cuddle time with whatever our sleeping bodies might start doing in the middle of the night, and maybe finish, maybe not, maybe doze back off, which would continue until at one point one or both of us would have to get up and deal with whatever goals the next day entailed. And right now, I think we both go to work at more or less the same time. I should really know what time she starts her shift, but it has changed more than a couple times, and I'm not good at remembering times. I struggle to remember my own damn schedule. Speaking of which, how on schedule am I? It's looking like I can freeway the whole way in. You know, I was looking at the weather, I was going to look at Google Maps too, and I just got I get so distracted looking at the weather forecast. It is supposed to be mostly cloudy today, so that should make it a little less brutal on the lot, particularly in regards to cars that I have to move. Trying to remember if I mentioned the Tesla 3 that kicked my ass yesterday. And by kicking my ass, I'm saying it exposed me to so much heat in such a short period of time that by the time I got out of the car, and mind you, I was only in the car for 20, 30 seconds. Certainly less than a minute. You're busted. Whoa, hello. This is what I was afraid of, and I was going to go south on 32nd, and it looked like the freeway was moving so smoothly. Blah, there's always 24th. Sorry, I had to take a second and think about navigation. It's kind of funny, now I'm getting like double duty in this area because I'm still kind of feeling out all my options of driving to work at MLS there at the car rental center, going on the Hertz lot, basically. Oh, speaking of the Hertz lot, so there's a bunch of different crews in there doing different things. And some of them are MLS employees. Some of them are Hertz employees. I can generally tell the Hertz employees because they're wearing like a Hertz shirt, which is gray and has the Hertz logo on it. And everyone MLS is supposed to be, which means what you all think it means, but is supposed to be wearing a safety vest with the MLS logo on the back of it. Oh, speaking of which, guess who doesn't have their safety vest with the MLS logo on the back of it? This guy. It felt like I was forgetting something. Damn, that means I'm not going to make it to work on time, most likely. Oh yeah, it's 7:37. Shit. Oh, go to work on time, wear an Amazon vest and catch some shit, or be a little bit late with an MLS vest. I don't even think anybody noticed that I was 8 minutes late yesterday, so MLS vest it is. Oh, and let's not forget the time a couple days ago when I walked up to the little office, the window into the break room for MLS, just to get a bottle of water, and somebody told me I was late. Of course, 2 other somebodies in the bubble, including her boss, told her that, no, I was there all day. I really wonder if anybody noticed I was late yesterday. And I'm thinking not. I mean, somebody's going to go over my time sheet at some point and go, oh, man, clocked in 8 minutes late. But I didn't do anything to draw attention to it. I clocked in and I wrote down on the paper timesheet exactly what time it was. You know, that I clocked in 8 minutes late. It did take a moment to kind of separate out the food that I brought because I'd stopped at Food City on the way to work. Did some grocery shopping. So yeah, I separated the stuff that needed to be refrigerated into one bag and put that in what has kind of become my I'm a little bit congested. That's not good. Shove that into what's kind of become my designated spot in the fridge with the metal doors, not to be confused with the fridge with the clear doors. I stashed 2 bottles of water in the fridge with the clear doors, and both of them got drank. So I've just pretty much decided that one doesn't obscure my stuff enough for me to trust that nobody's going to fuck my shit in there. Although it's completely possible that other employees are aware that that's the bottled water brand that the office gives away, and just thought that maybe the office had shoved some in there so it would be cold. That's possible. But it was frustrating because, you know, they were giving them to me out of a cooler, but they weren't particularly cold. So I was making an effort to put them in a specific spot in the one refrigerator. And then both times I went back to it expecting I would have a cold, refreshing bottle of water right where I put it. And it was gone. And I'm not gonna lie, that's the kind of thing that makes me want to take the lid off and just kind of take a big old mouthful and swish it around in my mouth and put it right back into the bottle and put the lid back on it, so I can at least have the satisfaction of knowing that, hope they enjoyed my backwash. But anyway, no, I'm that's gross, Dan. What the fuck? I'm back to my usual, putting it in a plastic grocery bag and kind of twisting the bag up, and I found a stash spot. And in the other fridge, which is a little more out of the way, and nobody's messed with that so far. So yeah, I separated that stuff out, put it away quickly, and grabbed 1 oatmeal cream pie and put it in my pocket because I knew I was going to munch on that because I was kind of hungry. And yeah, I don't have this light. Not gonna lie, if that Toyota pickup truck on the left was gonna go for it, I was gonna go for it right alongside him. But I mean, it's kind of a given. I'm gonna be late to work anyway, so why run the risk of a red light? Then again, maybe I'll make it on time. 7:42. Man, today would have been the day to try doing the SkyTrain. But as I was mentioning early, thinking about the big decision whether to replace or keep something that I really like, because I'm not satisfied with the way it's performing these days. Another woman that I've been kind of friendly with and talking with for a while. I can't say things got physical last night because it's a long distance thing. And generally speaking, I don't mess with long distance things, but it's she used to live here, so I mean I know her. I've actually spent time with her, although really not much. It was just within a group of friends, but anyway, we definitely crossed a line of sorts last night after I got home from work. had to be quiet for a minute and figure out what the heck that giant truck with the landscaping trailer was going to do, as well as the oncoming traffic. So yeah, no, we definitely crossed the line there had been a running joke between the two of us of oh yeah, we'll just send nudes. Oh, that's fine, just send nudes. And which hasn't happened at all. Well, I don't know if I should say at all. I mean, I sent her a couple pictures where, you know, I might have been nude, but it wasn't showing anything. And anyway, nudes have been sent, and and while she doesn't have an "oh my god, that's amazing" type body like my current boss over at Domino's Pizza, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes Samantha is just straight up distracting. Oh, I met her boyfriend yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was an eventful day. Okay, I'm just running in and out. I'm just gonna leave this recording, because yeah, I'll be right back. Give me my best. Oh man, 7:46 already. I am not getting to work on time. I can't believe I forgot that. Like, where the hell was my mind? Daniel, you've earned a reward. Enjoy Google Store savings on us from Google Local Guides. I don't buy anything from the Google Store, so why would I care about savings from there? I do Google reviews because I enjoy doing Google reviews. Nice to know they consider me to be a local guide, though. I mostly do dive bars and fast food restaurants. God, I get just a little bit of phlegm in my throat. It's kind of bothering me. Wasting time here, but I really want to check maps so I don't go directly into another. I know it's on here. I don't find myself going directly into another traffic jam. It's not a drop pin. That is just me trying to hold my phone. Come on, Google. What the hell? Where's my car keys? There they are. And I got my login information for Domino's Pizza in a sticky note in my pocket. It's just absolutely getting destroyed there. No, we don't need a drop pin anywhere near 19th Avenue. Oh yeah, this is whack. Let's go through the airport. Let's go through the airport, shall we? Let's look at Google Maps. Did I analyze everything? No. But I did look at the little stretch of Loop 202 that I was just on, and it has gone from bad to oh shit, that's not an option whatsoever. And I quickly thought about what surface street options I might use. Air lane works nicely. Seems like that's generally been the route I've been taking home. And it occurred to me that the airport is super dead right now because who wants to come to Phoenix? Who wants to come to Phoenix and vacation in 118 degree heat? Pretty much nobody. Who wants to schedule conventions and events in Phoenix in 118 degree heat? Nobody. In fact, it's been super slow at work as a result of it being dead at the airport. Sometimes one of the biggest challenges over at MLS is just trying to look busy. Because this is one of those kind of jobs, and I've had many jobs like this before, where as long as you look busy, nobody tells you what to do, and they're just, everybody's cool with you. And I've noticed, and I've kind of explained how the job goes before. Basically, you've got, and I'm kind of trying to figure out like where some of this terminology comes, because you got the vehicle that's being driven around, shuttling the driver. Somebody's driving that, and they're more or less directing. It was kind of weird that I was doing that the other day and Andre was doing the driving, but I just think he wanted to see. He was still kind of telling me where to go, but just kind of see how I would handle that. And I think he wants to see me get trained a little bit better. Whereas yesterday with Keontae's just all about being all comfortable in his spot. And it's funny because so far I'd say I've gone with, I've heard it referred to as scoobing and heard it referred to as shagging. After all of the Austin Powers movies, it feels a little awkward to call it shagging. It's like, no, that means something different. But and the vehicle that we're doing with it been referred to as the scoober as the shag. I don't know. I mean, to me, shuttling makes more sense, but you know, it's always good for everybody working together to be on the same page with terminology. Anyway, so far I've had mostly either roll with Keontae driving, Andre driving, but there's been two other guys too. One of which is the young guy, 21, expected father. He's got a baby coming in a week. Like, I don't know. That's certainly a situation I've been in twice that I can. It's funny because I see him mention it to other people and they just like, oh, okay. But I've been that expectant father and realized like what a huge thing that is, and how hard it is to think about literally anything else when that's your situation. So props to that guy, and I wish I could remember his name, but I like that guy a lot. He's cool as fuck. Now he's second shift, so our shifts overlap by an hour and a half, so it's never a very long time that I'm rolling around with him, but I have. And then there's another guy on that shift, I can't think of his name. He reminds me of Priscilla's father, but probably what Priscilla's father was like before he had his stroke and was like 3/4 paralyzed. Because yeah, he doesn't get around so good these days. But yeah, he's entertaining, and you can tell like first and foremost on his mind, like, you can tell that he was a player and probably probably got a lot of action back in the day. And that's all he's like, that's his mindset now. It's just like, oh my God, this is my future here. Did you see how on the signs, you saw one that said Terminal 3, you saw a sign very similar, it had nothing on it, but you could tell there was some tape covering stuff up. Yeah, that's the old Terminal 2 sign. Bronk. Bronk. Doing 45 and a 35. I'm doing good, by the way, on my Domino's driver score thing. It takes some weirdo self-discipline sometimes to drive the posted speed limit as opposed to flowing with traffic. I'm the kind of driver that generally I consider looking at the speedometer to be a distraction from focusing on the road. I don't like to take my eyes off the road. Not even look at the speedometer. I mean, sometimes I check it just to kind of see, like, okay, how fast am I going? My car, the way my dash is arranged, half the time I glance in that direction, I still can't tell. But I'm actually doing 36 and a 35 right now. So, but see, I've got up to 40. Right now, I'm being up to 40, and I'm up to 40 because that's exactly the speed that the vehicle to the right is going, and I'm keeping pretty even pace with the one in front of me. Yeah, I would be losing points right now if Domino's pizza tracking app was. And meanwhile, I've got a yellow cab passing me on the right. I ain't sweating that. I am sweating that he's got dents in the front end of his cab. That's never a good sign. It's not yellow cab to let dented cabs be out on the road either. Especially not in the airport. SkyTrain track, you can see it going forward up ahead. Still kind of trips me out how Terminal 2 isn't here. This is a really effective way for me to get to work, by the way. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this on a busy airport day. This would just be adding to already bad congestion, but right now, not a problem. Well, shit, I completely lost my train of thought talking about traffic. Oh, yeah, the Domino's Pizza app. Anyway, yeah, sometimes it just feels weird on certain roads that I drive a lot, such as Thomas and McDowell and Van Buren and 24th Street and 16th Street this is not the one I wanted to turn on. Damn it. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to work on time today. I didn't think I'd take the wrong exit. That's... Damn. So this should be the approach to this was the front of Terminal 2. There's garages on the left. That was Terminal 2 short-term parking. And it's the front of the terminal on the right. That's why there's an elevated crosswalk there. We got another one coming up right here. At least there used to be one right here, I think. Oh, I just took a ramp said employee. Oh, fuck me. Authorized access only. Well, that's great. And I'm already in the ramp, so what the fuck am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm not trying to go to terminals 3 and 4. I'm trying to go to 24th Street. So much for any time savings going through the airport. 24th Street, downtown Phoenix, rental car center. 1017. Those are not all the same destinations. Park and walk, no shuttle to terminals. I think that's the one I mistakenly took. Not turning into a good morning. 7:59. I should be clocking in right the fuck now. Well, at least I'm going to be within that 8 minutes nobody has noticed time window. Optimistically. Well, that completely screwed my train of thought. I forget what all I was trying to talk about here. Didn't vlog on the way home because I was tired and because I'm getting so ridiculous behind posting stuff. It's the editing phase that is taking longer, and I should maybe spend less. I used to just kind of skim through it and go, yeah, this is the right video, and just post that shit. But I've kind of become obsessed with trying to edit myself to sound better, and it's not about sounding better, it's about making a video that's more comprehensible, something that's comprehensible. That's the word I'm looking for. And part of it's about that. Okay, so Copperhead is on the alignment where 24th used to be. This intersection that I'm at right now, at one point in time, and I used to be able to say, oh, that same streetlight poles, stoplight poles, but these are the more modern, not the current style, but the style before Phoenix traffic lights. They got changed somewhat recently, but yeah, that used to be the intersection of Buckeye and 24th Street. And this next traffic light up here used to be the intersection of Buckeye Road and 22nd Street. And that's where they realigned 24th Street. And on the left is 24th Street SkyTrain station, which the whole general area seems to be still being built. I need to learn more about that area. Get off and walk around it, and oh, don't hit the old guy. I worry whenever I see somebody crossing oh yeah, that's happening with my transmission. That's fabulous. I see somebody crossing in a crosswalk as the light is changing. I'm not even blaming the guy that was walking. Way too many crosswalks just do not give the pedestrians enough time to get across. I can't say offhand if that was one. It's very possible he was already crossing by the time it was blinking. Don't walk. Which means holy shit, it's about to change. Get out of the crosswalk quick. Run to the other side before people flatten you that aren't paying attention. I was going to mention the issue I was having with my car. I guess I kind of did. It was electrical. I had 2 times I went to start it. Some cryptic light came on my dash that I don't know what it is, but it's certainly not a good thing. And yeah, my car didn't start. And I didn't have my power steering. I didn't have my power brakes, but I heard a whole lot of things spinning. I'm assuming the new radiator fan. Yeah, that's a yikes. Both times the issue resolved itself fairly quickly. The second time I was certainly nervous though, because I knew I had pizza orders waiting for me, and it was down to just me and Samantha. Oh yeah, have I mentioned? Looks like the general, like it's gonna be sometimes more often than not late at night, just me and Samantha. Yeah, kids, that's distracting. Well, I would love to sit and chat while I'm late for work. If you have any questions about anything I started talking about and didn't finish up on, just put them in the comments. I love answering questions.